is up, guys? Hello. Evening. I don't know what WB stands for. I feel like that's supposed to stand for something I'm supposed to know. Thanks, Jenna. Oh, welcome back. Should have known. All right, guys. If y'all can tap and share away, that'd be terrific. Looking for opposition. I am streaming on the tube right now, by the way. Make sure you guys all sub to it. It's Dougielifts. So make sure you guys all do that. And whatever. All right, let's get through the trolls. The first ones are always going to be trolls. It's just sort of generally how it is. You know what? I just noticed on the tube, you guys are going to be able to see when I... It's all right. 31, how you doing? What's that?
I'm cool.
You're cool? Good, man. How old are you before we move forward?
25.
Cool. All right, what's on your mind?
The prompt.
Yeah, what about?
I'm not mega.
Okay.
I'm not an extremist. Like, I'm not an extremist right or extremist left. I like to stay in the middle.
Did you, who did you vote for?
I didn't vote.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I had a preference, though. I did have a preference.
Okay. And who was the preference? Trump, I assume?
I do regret it.
You regret having the preference?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't
I
even want the other side to win, but I did prefer the other side. I did prefer the Trump side to win when it was happening, but I'm not liking it, like
okay.
For real.
I am just looking for people that more so support him, but I am just curious real quickly, what don't you like?
I don't like. I don't know. I'm Mexican, so he's kind of disrespectful. So,
I say disrespectful is a very nice way of saying it, but sure, yeah.
Hella, like, like he's just, I'm not rocking with it. But like, it's cause like Mexicans are like conservative, like usually, so.
Sure.
So what he was saying was kind of sweet.
Yeah. Like, all right, man. Well, listen, I'm looking for people that more so support him. I am going to go ahead and bring you down, though. Take care, okay? Hey, what's up?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, man. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm sorry. I heard last minute you're looking for people that support MAGA.
Yeah.
It says MAGA. Why do you hate? So that kind of threw me off a little bit. But yeah, I do not like MAGA because
enough,
basically,
man. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
all right, man.
But I'm not going to waste your time.
No. You're good. Take care. All right, I'm going to go ahead and bring it down. So I'm confused, guys. Is there another way in which somebody can read this other than it is addressed towards MAGA? Like I mean, he's not the first person to do that. Like, yeah. I mean, he's not the first. There has been multiple that have somehow taken it as asking why MAGA is hateful, but I just don't see how you can get that from the title. I mean, I mean, the only way that it would appear that way is if you had MAGA at the other end of things. Yeah, why do you hate MAGA? But even if you don't have thank you. Even if you don't have the comma there, it's still, you should still get the gist of it, because with the comma, it's MAGA, why do you hate? Without it, MAGA, why do you hate? Yeah, okay, I can see how without the comma, yeah. Okay, I can see without the comma, sure. I am MAGA. No, I can see. Okay, so MAGA, why do you hate? Like, I can see how somebody actually would take that a little bit. MAGA, why do you hate? Like, towards MAGA. I mean, I thought it was clear, but. Or not towards MAGA, but towards, like, in reference to MAGA. Anyways, we are looking for opposition. So if you disagree with the background and you voted for Trump, hit the request button, okay? And again, guys, I am streaming elsewhere, so make sure you guys do sub to it, okay? I would like to think so, but I see. You know, I think I might need to stop saying that I am streaming elsewhere. And like, I don't know if TikTok likes that. Every time I seem to mention it, it doesn't seem to really do good things. I don't know how else I can mention, but there's so many other people that mention it, right? Like, I feel like I'm not the only one. I feel like Santana mentions it all the time. I don't know. Who the fuck knows? I do say that I'm on the tube, but maybe I should stop using the word streaming, I guess. But yeah, if you're in disagreement, hit the request button at the bottom, please. And for anybody who doesn't know, I found a way, with the help of some people, of course, to be able to stream from my phone and still push it out to the tube. I'm very proud. I now don't have to use the live studio anymore. Which, honestly, there were parts of it I did like. There was aspects of it. I like the aspect that you can slide something from the internet across the screen. I sort of like that. I like that you can just click on and off like titles and things like that. I like that you were able to do that, but I was convinced, and I still am, and nobody can convince me otherwise, that there's a different algorithm on the studio than there is on the phone. I'm convinced. You're not going to be able to convince me otherwise. No matter what you tell me, I am hard pressed on this issue. I made fish in the air fryer today. It was pretty good. It was my first time doing it. I was a little hesitant to start. Yeah, I mean, you can. I think Erica. You know what? I don't know where she's been. I actually haven't spoken with her too much recently. Maybe she doesn't like me anymore. That's generally my first thought when somebody who I'm cool with stops. I don't hear from them for a while. It's typically my first thought. So could be it. I mean, fish sticks. There you go. They were still icky. Well, I mean, fish sticks. Listen, I'm not sure you can make fish sticks a gourmet thing. They're not bad. They're not bad, but, you know, they are fish sticks. Yeah, no, I did see Erica and Matt's live earlier. Erica makes me blush quite a bit. All right. Let's keep tapping and sharing, guys. I'd like to be able to get some guests in. We only seem to get the live going once we get like a guest in the beginning. Like, we may have here.
What's poppin', bro?
Hey man, how are you?
I'm good.
How old are you?
I'm 20, bro.
Cool. What's up?
No, actually, I'm not gonna actually agree with you. I do think that MAGA hates, but I also think I'm a moderate. I also think that liberals and leftists also do hate. Like,
What
honestly,
what policies of Democrats do you find to be harmful towards groups of people?
you said policies of Democrats.
Yeah, that are like harmful towards groups of people.
I mean, I don't even like check policies for both sides. I'm not gonna lie.
Hmm.
I don't really remember topics. I'm just saying like the liberals and Democrats, at least the ones I meet or
Bro,
see.
you talk really fucking fast. I've never heard someone talk as fast as you.
My fault. I'm just saying
That's
the
wild.
liberals and leftists that I've seen in person and online. They seem like very hateful towards people who have different opinions. And that not when I say different opinion, I don't mean like crazy opinions. I mean like somebody who probably has like the like average opinion type stuff. Like the
What's
person
an average opinion that you found someone on the left get be hateful towards somebody on the right about? Like an
I'll
average
say, for
opinion.
example, I hear a lot of leftists and liberals. Not all of them, but some of them do. They hate moderates for some reason because some of them think that moderates are just like fence sitters who don't. At least for them, they think that like the right is all evil and then they're all good. So it's like they think that if you're a moderate, you're kind of not true.
Listen, I do think moderates are fence sitters. I do agree. I mean, do I like hate them? I mean, I don't know if hate would be the right word. I
Like,
think they are fence sitters.
At least to me, both sides can do some both dumb shit, and then both sides can have decent opinions, and both sides can have very trash opinions. In my opinion,
depends on what you mean by both sides. There are people,
like both sides.
People in general can be hateful and harmful, right? And they can be shitty people. There could be somebody who votes for someone on the left who just happens to be a crappy person, or it could be somebody on the right who happens to be a crappy person. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the policies that they vote for. That's what I'm referring to. Thank you, Kristen. Does that make sense?
Wait, can you repeat that? You said, well, I'm so confused. What you said?
I'm not talking about individuals who happen to be on the left or happen to be on the right. Individuals of all backgrounds, all whatever, can be hateful, good people, and anywhere in between. Okay, I'm talking about the policies that they vote for. That's what I am talking about. I mean, unless you can tell me a policy or at least something has been put forward by Democrats that is hateful towards a group of people.
I mean, yes, I don't know.
Okay. That's what I'm referring to, and there's plenty on the right. I mean, you can look at ICE right now. I mean, they're being incredibly harmful towards immigrants, or not even people that would quote unquote appear as an immigrant.
Mm-hmm. But this is my thing. Me personally, there's a lot of stuff I don't like that ICE is doing. To be honest, I do think we still need ICE, in my opinion, to regulate the thing. But I just think sometimes they're doing too much. Even though I do think that ICE is sometimes the problem, I do believe that sometimes the protesters are doing too much. Like, genuinely. The reason I'm saying that is because, like, this is my opinion on it. If imagine ICE is detaining somebody, you realistically detaining a illegal immigrant, let's just say that. And then there's protesters blocking, hitting them, stuff like that. Realistically, what if like the illegal immigrant? Even though I do think that most illegal immigrants are good people, honestly, I've seen it. I live in New York, so I've seen a lot of them. They're good people. You don't know if that could possibly be, a bad person. Could possibly be like a rapist. You don't know what they're detaining. If the ICE was detaining a legal immigrant like regularly, just not even trying to not beating him, just taking him, bringing him to his thing, showing it, like basically how a cop will do it, and you're trying to hit ICE off.
Yeah, I'm not sure anybody, or I don't want to say anybody. I'm not sure most people had an issue with ICE prior to this administration.
But like, if they were like doing it to like ICE, like if like ICE officer was like beating an immigrant or something like that, then I would understand. But if the ICE officer is literally just doing like directly just their job, just detaining and arresting illegal.
Sure, Jordan. But the issue is there's numerous examples caught on camera. Doing things that are against the law that are unconstitutional, right? And the Trump administration is just not speaking out against them. Mm-hmm. At all. Like, they're not speaking out against any of the things that they're doing. It would be, and this would still be bad, don't get me wrong, if an ICE officer did something illegal, and then the Trump administration spoke out, said like, "Hey, this is a bad thing. We're gonna fire him." Blah 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 blah. That would be one thing, right? Still bad, but one thing. They're not doing that. They're allowing them to have free reign and do whatever the fuck they want. Who
Mm-hmm.
and because no one's going to stop them. No one can stop them. No
Mm-hmm.
one will stop them. Who will? He essentially made his own Gestapo. If you know what the Gestapo was, it was Adolf's essentially his own military and
Okay, but
department.
so
It's essentially what he did is what Trump is doing right now, and I'm not exaggerating. I'm not giving you an exaggeration. Essentially, that is what's happening, and it's expect for it to get worse, like
okay,
exponentially worse.
so if, for example, let's say ICE they're detaining, um, let's say they're detaining and arresting a dangerous one. He's like PDF or grave or something like that, and then protesters are blockading. What do you think ICE should do to protesters?
Well,
Like
hold
if
on.
they're like
Well,
genuine, like
but ICE isn't going to arrest the P3O. That's not their job.
huh?
ICE's job isn't to arrest P3Os, and I want to make it very
Oh,
clear.
sorry.
I'm not saying P3Os aren't bad. They obviously are, and they should be, arrested. But that's not their job. That's the police's job to do that.
I'm pretty. Nah, I said if they're legal immigrant, but I'm not sure. Shut up.
If
They're
they're
legal,
not undocumented immigrant, but that's
yeah,
because
that's what
they're
I meant.
undocumented
If they're
immigrant,
not,
and it's secondary to the other things.
yeah, that's what I meant. So if they're doing that, because that could be the case. I'm not saying that's all the case, but I'm just saying that could be the case. Like it's not. It's you can probably like protest, but it's not worth try to impede every single investigation. At the end of the day, you really don't know
They're
who they're
not.
arresting.
They're
You
not.
like I think you really that's like me stopping every single police arrest. You really don't know what they're arresting them for. They could
Okay,
be arresting them for the craziest stuff ever.
but if we know like a very small minority of the immigrants that they're
Yeah, you're right. It's
arresting,
my every small.
if
Oh,
there
sorry, you're
if
right.
there are if we already know that the very small minority of the immigrants that they're arresting are criminals, meaning the vast majority are not criminals, right? Like, what are we to do then if they're not
I
really
mean,
doing
but
the
at the
job?
same time, ICE's job it doesn't. The job doesn't depend on whether the person is actually dangerous or not. Their job is based on whether the person is illegal or not. Like
Okay.
that's not really
Do you know ICE
like
has
that.
do you know ICE has unalived more people than undocumented immigrants have unalived last year?
So what?
Do you know ICE so far of last year? They unalived more immigrants than undocumented immigrants unalived.
When you say wait, when you say immigrants, you mean
The
like
amount of
US
the amount of
right?
unalivings that undocumented immigrants have committed are less than the amount that they have been unalived by ICE last year.
Okay.
Meaning they're not really doing a good job. All right, if their job is to stop all these dangerous people, they're actually harming these people more than they have harmed others, the undocumented immigrants.
I mean, me personally, I don't think they're. I mean, obviously, their job is to stop the dangerous one, but it's also to arrest and detain the ones that just came here illegally. I feel that's literally kind of the job. Because realistically, wait. So this is my question: do you want to abolish it or do you want to reform it?
I got mixed opinions. I think there's probably a good argument to abolish them, to be honest. Um,
Because
but
realistically, if we were to abolish it, they would
I'm
still
saying
say,
there's a good argument. I'm open to hearing a good argument for that. I'm sure there are very good arguments to that. I would say at the very least reform them.
okay.
At the very least, but
I'm not-
I'd say there's probably very good arguments to abolish.
I'll say this hypothetical, and then I'm gonna leave so you can talk to somebody else. But if right now, let's say Trump was like, okay, we're gonna stop ICE for like 2 weeks, and organize everything and actually make sure we're doing everything correctly, right? You kind of retrain stuff like that, and then so now instead of it being messy, he's just just catching dangerous ones and just the regular illegals, right? Sorry, like regular legal immigrants. He did that. Would you accept it? Because no matter what, either way, ICE is gonna detain the good ones and the bad ones, the good illegal immigrants and the bad illegal immigrants anyway. So no matter what, so it's like they're still gonna do it no matter how many people protest. It's been
But if
I think
they're
liberals have been
but,
or leftists have been protesting this for years anyway. So it's like
but
a change, but they're just gonna make it more
but
more no mask type stuff.
Okay, but
more.
but but
Yes,
but if they're causing all this physical harm to people, they're arresting and detaining U.S. citizens. What are we to do? Are we just supposed to let those things happen? Because
oh, you was
speaking
that's I
out,
said to organize.
protesting, right? Like the protesting, number one, is the First Amendment right, but speaking out clearly isn't doing shit, right? So like, what's the next step?
I mean, I feel like most people know that the first of all, they're not abolishing ICE. Even Democrats
I'm
know they're not
I,
gonna
I'm
abolish
I'm
ICE.
not saying that, but like, what are we
Nah,
to do?
I'm
Hey
saying that
guys,
because
we'll
there's.
get to next guys. We'll get to next guys pretty soon. Just hang tight, all
Okay,
right?
I'm gonna leave like a minute. I'm gonna leave like a minute. But I keep seeing people in the chat say abolish ICE. But I'm just saying, unless they're just not gonna abolish. I'm sorry.
Okay,
Also,
okay,
2 weeks.
okay. We're not gonna have that conversation right now. I'm just talking about mitigating the harm that's being done right now. What are we to do if they are committed, if they are engaging in this harm and nothing is being done about it?
Then we
What would
should
be the next step?
the ones that are doing the bad stuff. We should fire them or
But that's not
charge them.
hap- But that's not. But Trump's not
You're right.
doing that though.
So we should. You voted. Okay, just move on to somebody else because
All
I'm
right,
talking too much.
all right, all
All
right.
right.
Take care. All right, keep tapping and sharing, guys. If you're joining live, click the red follow button. Let's get to the next guest. And make sure you guys sub to the tube. I am currently over there. If you guys want to watch over there, you're welcome to comment, follow, etc., 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 etc. That was a lot of etceteras. And if you are opposition, hit the guest request button at the bottom. If you guys want to see what TikTok looks like from my POV, you can go ahead and go to the tube because it's currently mirrored from my phone, so you get to see everything I see. You get to be put into the master seat, so to speak. All right, no more people in the request box. All right, guys. If you guys want to keep tapping and sharing, that'd be great. Make sure you send in your heart me as well. And if you disagree with the background, come on up. Thank you, Phoebe. Yeah, we got some comments going. Nice. We got 3 people watching over on the tube. That's pretty damn good. That's very good. Yeah, why would Waltz have done? Walls. I don't know why I added a T to it. Walls. Yeah, mega parents and they're so effing hateful. Yeah, well, Pasty, we kind of see it every day here. I am very sorry you have to live. I couldn't not imagine living with that or having that as a family. I don't have anyone in my family that is, so I'm very lucky. Someone was spamming the comments line about us. Yeah. You guys are welcome to, obviously, please do mute the spammers. They pretend to be loving you. Thank you, Chris. I already forgot what I was about to say. That's where my brain is going to shit. I just... I am very, very happy I was able to figure out, with the help of people, to do this from my phone and still get it out to other platforms. Very happy about that. I didn't think that was possible. Oh, thanks, JC. Oh, nice. Look at that. Look at the tube. Hello. I don't know why I was waving down on my laptop. I shouldn't. That's not where the camera's coming from. What's... Make sure you guys sub, okay? I'd really appreciate that if you do. People watching from here... I gotta stop pointing down there. People watching from the other platform, the tube... I will give you guys an opportunity to come on up. I don't have it set up at the moment, but I will set up a Google number because I think that's how you're supposed to do it for you guys to come up, okay? So if you are watching over there, hello. If you're some sort of opposition and over there, nah, whatever. You'll have ways to come on up, or for now, just switch over to TikTok, or watch on or request up on TikTok at least. Comments here on the yeah, oh yeah, no, they're coming up over there. They very much are coming up over there. Oh wait, I didn't think about this. Are the comments on the tube covering up these comments over here? Like, are they like overlapped? If so, that's probably not good. In which case, I don't know how I would get rid of that. Shit. That's not good. Fuck. Man, I thought I had this laid out. Shit. There's got to be a way to... Fuck. There might be a way around it. X, what's up?
What's up, man?
Not much. How old are you?
24.
Cool. And what prompted you to come on up in relation to the topic?
Oh, I just joined. I thought you were like the prompt, like, why do you hate? Like, I don't think we hate.
Did you
I don't think we're
Trump?
Yeah.
Okay. What was the reason why you voted for him?
I just saw the two options. I just like Trump at it.
Okay. But what did you like about him better?
He does what he says he's gonna do.
And other people don't?
Not to the same extent. He's not a usual politician. He's not like a puppet like Hamlet.
You can say he's not. You can absolutely say he's not a usual politician. I would agree with that. So, what about when he said he was going to release the e-files? What about that?
The what files?
TikTok doesn't like it if you say the full name, but the e-files, Jeffrey E.
Oh,
Why? Yeah, TikTok's just weird. But why hasn't he released them? Legally, they were supposed to about a month ago.
I thought he did release them.
1% of them. 99% of it's redacted.
Yeah, but like there's stuff about like victims in it and whatnot and all
But
that.
what about the 99% that he didn't release? Don't you think that's a bit sketchy that that's not released? And it already looks bad about the 1% that he's currently in. There's already very damning things about him. Don't you think it might be really bad things, the 99% that he didn't release? At the very least, at the best case scenario, he is protecting other P3Os. And one of the biggest P3O rings to ever exist, probably ever to exist. He is protecting them by not releasing it. At the very best. At the very worst, he's in it as well. And did a lot of nasty crap.
Yeah, but like even from the part that he did release it, like he didn't have an issue showing that like he might be implicated. So I don't think like the other 99% like he's like I feel like if he was going to not release stuff to prevent like people thinking he's implicated, he wouldn't have released what he did release already.
But he was implicated in those things.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is that like if he's hiding something, he would have hid that also. So that makes me think he's not hiding anything.
How did you convince yourself to believe that? Like, that was one of the craziest mental gymnastics things I've ever seen in my life. In fact, that's going to be a very good clip. I just don't know how you just managed to... People on the tube saw me do that. I don't know how you managed to convince yourself of that. Like, why hasn't he released a 99%? Like, can you give me any valid reason? Without laughing?
What I'm saying is that if
all right, guys, we're looking for opposition, please. Yeah, so that was. I don't know if he was being serious or just effing around. I really don't know. Yeah, guys, is there a way to get rid of the comments on here on the tube? Because, yeah, I didn't realize that's going to be an issue. That is definitely going to be an issue. But I don't know. Jeff, I don't know what that means, but you can come on up. You know what? There might be a way to do it. There might be a way to do it, possibly, but I don't know. Okay, so I am on my phone right now. I'm putting it onto OBS, and that's putting it out to the tube. So there may be a way to edit it on OBS so they don't come on up. Possibly. But I don't know. I mean, right now it's not the biggest deal because I know we're not getting tons of comments on the tube. It's okay. But if I want it to grow, I gotta, you know. You just want your site? No, I want debates. So I want you to come on up. If you are in opposition. If you voted Trump, I would like for you to come on up. Oh my god. How the hell does Santana do it then? How does he stream from this and put it out there with the comments showing? I don't know. I don't know how this is done. And now it's low. There you go. I'm going to have to use an Ethernet cord, though. He has power. I just want to know how he does it. He seems to be hiding it from people. He seems to be. There's got to be a way. There's got to be a way to do it. Can Tim press the screen and clear it? Oh. Oh. That's actually a good idea. Can I clear the comments on my side? I don't know if I can clear the comments on my end, unfortunately. Not when you're... God damn it. That was my only out. I don't know what to do, though. Well, Gail, you're welcome to come on up if you did vote for Trump. The tube, you got to disable the comments before you start the live. Which ones? But I don't want people to not not comment here, if that's what you're saying. Wait. Dan, I don't know how to pronounce that. Go on alt. What does that mean? Can you explain better? Can you go on alt, swipe left, and cast through OBM? What do you... I don't know what you mean by that. He's talking about the TikTok comment. Yeah, so if anybody knows... So Man, I thought I had everything. I got through so many different road speed bumps to do this. I had audio issues from me hearing it, you guys hearing it, the tube hearing it. I went through like 3 or 4 different speed bumps with this. And I finally thought I had it. And now the comments are overlapped on the tube. And again, it's not the biggest deal right now because I don't get tons of viewers on the tube because I just started it. But no one, it's not going to grow. People aren't going to watch it if when they comment it overlaps because you're not going to be able to read either or. No, Rachel, I see your comment there. I don't think it's a bad thing if they were both able to show next to each other. That would be great, actually. Imagine if you were able to see both, but not overlapped. That's the problem, that they're overlapped and you're not going to be able to see it. Well, I don't want to say the full name of it, Dr. Brian. You can? But that's okay, now Amanda's saying that she can read the comments. But you guys told me that you can't. Or at least that they're overlapped. Let me just see what it looks like. I might as well just look firsthand, huh? Oh, you're on your iPad. Oh, okay. Okay. I don't know if I can watch it from here because I'm logged in on my account. It's not going to let me. Fuck. On a phone, it's smaller and less space, so overlapped. Gotcha. But most people are watching from a phone. Like, I would imagine the majority of people on the tube are watching from a phone. Yeah, I can't watch it from my iPad because I don't know how to watch it from not my account. I don't want to log out, so. Oh, my tube is Dougielifts, the same thing I have, the same name I have here. No, I mean Raven. I'm sure there's a few people on a PC. You know, people watching iPad, laptop, whatever. I'm sure you're on. Okay, you're on two devices, but your average person who's watching the tube is watching it from their phone. I would imagine. I'm sure there's data on that, but given that they're not going to be able to see both, they're going to be overlapped, and it's going to not look good. Yeah. Well, hold on. Maybe I can go here and look at it. YouTube. Okay, I can watch it from the internet. Guys, keep tapping and sharing. If you are enjoying live, click the red follow button on the top left. I am looking for people that disagree with the background and or voted for Trump. So I had a Facebook post yesterday. I posted because I got that shirt saying F ICE, the full word of that, FUCK ICE. No one is illegal. And I posted me in that shirt yesterday, just thinking like, I don't know, I'll get 4 likes. Not I wasn't posting it to get like what I just posted on my Facebook. And boy, there was a lot of comments on it. There was a lot of angry comments on that. Yeah, if you follow me on Insta, which if you guys can, that'd be great. It's also Dougielifts. I don't know. The link is in my bio in the link tree. But yeah, no, I got like a bunch of comments on it, and a couple from people I know who are in the military who they have the opinions you think they would. Okay, so I see what it looks like on my iPad, but where's the comments? Can somebody comment on the tube? I don't know why I can't see it. It's not showing. The comments on it were making... Well, yeah, so I had... Anyways, I don't see the tube comments. I just see whatever. Yeah, no, I had this one guy say... They all came up with the same cliche comments that, oh, like, why don't you have an illegal immigrant live in your house? Stupid shit like that. Oh, also, guys, I know I told some people earlier. So I was wearing that shirt today. The FIA shirt, no one is illegal. I wore it to Walmart. And I got someone that talked to me about it. Well, talk wouldn't be quite the right word. So a guy went up to me as I was checking out at Walmart. And he said, don't you think it's inappropriate to have the word fuck on your shirt for kids to see? And he was pretty angry saying it, of course. And I just laughed and said no. Oh, you're good, Orbitus. What's up, Andy? Thank you. Thank you, Andy. Thank you so much. See, if you're watching the tube from the laptop or something like that, then they're not going to show up because they're on the side, right? But if you're watching on the phone, that's going to be the issue. Were they? No, exactly, Marina. I mean, there was plenty of things that, like, in hindsight, I could have said to him, but I did think after the fact that, like, I highly doubt this guy the last 4 years went up to all the FJB merch people who were having that and said the same thing. Oh my god, Tammy. I don't know what kind of gift that was, but that was pretty goddamn cool. Jesus. Thank you, Tammy. I've never seen that gift before. I have never seen a gift like that. Thank you, Tammy. You're the best. I really appreciate you. I was over there on tube. I can see the comments on my phone. All right, well, we'll just let it be for now. I'm not gonna worry about it for the time being. If the tube ever gets big enough to where people complain, I'll figure some shit out. I've worried enough about technology the past week. I don't want to do it again or anymore. Yeah, I agree. I agree with you, James. Right? I was over there. The only issue I can foresee is that sometimes I do swipe out of my phone, and then the tube's going to be able to see that. Because sometimes I swipe to text somebody back or whatever. That's kind of a problem. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to go about that one. Well, you know what? I have my laptop here where I can text people back, so I can just do it on my laptop. But there still will be times where I need to swipe out of my phone for something. There may be a way to, like, pause the YouTube thing while I do that, potentially. Maybe. Oh, we got 8 people watching on the tube. That might be, like, a record. 8 or 9, that's pretty damn good. Isn't it crazy how I'm really happy about that? But if I had 8 here, that'd be, like, awful. MR Landscape, you're absolutely obsessed. But you want to come on up? We'll have a conversation. Oh, Charity, you know what? I just saw your comment on YouTube. So we can talk about any official we voted for. Sure, Luck, sure, yeah. I mean, I'm open to it as long as it somewhat relates to the topic, yeah. If you want to come on up, sure. And also, guys, if you want to join the Discord, link is in my bio. We actually had a bunch of people join earlier today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't think I've ever had 7 people join Discord at like a given moment in quite a while. So that's pretty cool to see. Can you, Lazy? I don't know who you are. I don't know why you would want to come up for Friday. Oh, as a friendly. Sorry, I just saw that comment. Thank you, Sean. I saw that. Hey, Sherlock, what's going on?
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm good, man. What's on your mind?
Nothing much. I just wanted to talk about abortion.
Oh boy, you went right for the for one of the controversial topics, huh? Sure. What's up?
Yeah, sure. I just wanted to talk about the morality of abortion and then hopefully get into the pragmatics of it, on why abortion is right or wrong.
What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, it's wrong. I'm pro-life.
Are you like, I mean, what's your total stance on it? Like, pro-life, like completely, or what's up?
Yeah, so I'd be pro-life. Simply, Well, do you want the argument or the position I hold? Sorry.
Yeah, I just want to hear the position, and typically
Uh,
I do like to have at least a woman on up for this topic, just because I think it's important that like there's not two guys debating about it. So if you are a woman that has been up on my panel before, you are welcome to come on up. In
okay.
fact, I would like for you to come on up. But yeah, go ahead and state your position.
Yeah, cool. I'd be pro-life. I give the medical exception. No woman can get an abortion from the moment of conception, uh, because it's obviously wrong to deprive an entity of valuable future experiences.
Okay, why future experiences and not present experience?
Oh, it's because that's what we value.
We do.
Yeah, it's why you make goals, you have achievements, why you value everything you do. We also value the future. For example, like say a baby was born comatose, no present, no past experiences whatsoever. Our intuition still tell us that it would be wrong to unalive this newborn. Why? Because it's going to wake up in the future.
Yeah, but we may have value on it, but we don't give people certain like rights and things based on their
Oh,
future
you.
existence,
Oh,
right?
that's not
Like
what.
yeah, like we
That.
don't give people the
Yeah.
right to drive because at some point they will be 16. We don't give people the
That's
right
not
to
what
drink
flow
at
is
some
getting at. Flow can be totally silent on rights. It can also be totally silent on value to persons. What flow is getting at is a counterfactual act of deprivation. That's the harm account it takes for. So it's wrong to deprive an entity of anything. That's like the what primarily makes death harmful, right? Is depriving some of the valuable future experiences. So it doesn't say anything about rights. It doesn't say anything about valuing people. It just says what makes death harmful is depriving an entity of valuable future experiences. And if that is the case, and if we ought not commit harm, then we ought not get the abortion because that is what would deprive the entity of the valuable future experiences.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I just like fundamentally disagree on that. I don't think that is harmful when something is not sentient that you're going to be unaliving it, right? I just don't see the harm being done to that thing because there's there's no pain to be had. There's no like
Oh, why does
deprivation
pain
of
matter?
emotions or anything like that. I just like there's no harm at that thing at that time being done, and that's what I particularly value.
Yeah, why do you have to feel pain to be
Well, not
harmed?
pain,
Because like
not necessarily pain, but if there's no existence to speak of, then what is it that you are still doing? Ooh, Kylie.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Yeah,
Something
if there's no existence to speak of to have it that's occurring in that moment, then what harm is being done when you take that away?
I don't know what you mean by existence. It's obviously existing.
No, like sentience, like there's nothing, it's not
Sentience?
experiencing.
Oh, all right. Well, if you want to switch over to Yuri, that's fine. What do you mean by sentience? Just first person subjective experience?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. I mean,
yeah,
if there's no harm,
their ability to have that experience. Yeah. What do you mean there's harm?
yeah. I mean, if you want to say that there's no harm, if a being is not sentient, then what would be wrong about unaliving the example I gave you earlier? What would be wrong about unaliving a newborn baby born comatose that was never sentient, isn't sentient
Yeah,
currently, but it is
yeah,
going to be sentient in
they
the
have the
future?
capacity to deploy that sentience. They still have that part of the brain that exists that would cause sentience.
Oh, okay. So it's more like brain connections, not like actual sentient. It's the brain connections that can help bring you towards
That give the
sentience. It's not like
ability to have
sentience.
that give the ability to
Yeah.
have sentience. Sure.
So yeah. So you're talking about the thalamocortical connections in the brain.
Hmm.
Yeah. So what would happen? Like, I'm just gonna give you a hypothetical. Like, so if someone was in a car crash, right, and these thalamocortical connections got disconnected, do you think that we'd be morally obligated to reconnect them if we had good reason to believe that they could be reconnected? Would we have a moral obligation then?
They would only be disconnected if they were unalived. There wouldn't be a situation in which they were like alive in which those were
You don't.
disconnected, unless they're again like unless we're talking about brain unaliving, but that would be a
No.
different story.
Thalamocortical connections aren't responsible for you living. Otherwise, like fetuses would be dead. Or sorry, zygotes, blastocysts, and embryos would be dead. So you can still live without thalamocortical connections. So even if they were disconnected, you can still be living. So that's false.
Can you give me an example of where that has happened?
No, I can't, but it's more than plausible easily to conceptualize that. I can't give you like a specific case, but I do believe that like brain connections will be possible within the next 20 years, maybe even sooner. I think you can think of that as well. It's probably probable. So like the question would just be if they did get disconnected, would we have a moral obligation to reconnect them?
Yeah, again, I don't know of any experience in which that would happen, in which they would be in which they wouldn't be unalived. If they still have
Of
that
which they
part of
wouldn't.
the, if they still have
I'm
that
sorry.
part
Do
of
you
the
think?
brain that's capable of it, I don't see how that would
Do you
be.
think? Yeah. Do you think the thalamocortical connections are responsible for you living?
What do you mean by living?
Like, is this a biological life?
Are those responsible for it? No, there's a lot of things that are responsible for people living.
Oh, yeah. They aren't responsible for it. Exactly. So they can be disconnected, and you can still be living. So again, if they were disconnected, you would not be dead, right? So if they were disconnected, would we have a moral obligation to reconnect
Again,
them?
what scenario would that happen in which you wouldn't be unalived?
A car crash, maybe?
How
Brain
would that even
damage?
how would that even occur?
How would a car crash occur?
No, how would that occur where they're not unalived, but those specific connections were disconnected?
I'm
Like
sorry,
how?
can you not I just gave you an example, like maybe a possible car crash, or maybe like just some sort of sporting,
Yeah, if
some
you're
sort
talking
of
about
tragedy
someone
that
being
happened
in
in
a
maybe some
coma,
sort of
that's
sport,
different. Their
right?
sentience isn't
I
being
never
taken
said it.
away.
Never
I know,
said
but
coma.
what you're describing would be somebody being in a coma.
They would not be sentient for sure. But they would these again.
No, but
Can you
when you're
not?
in a
Is it?
coma, you're sentient. When you're sleeping, you're still sentient.
Uh, that's irrelevant, but sure, I'll just grant it.
But it's not
I'm
it's
not
not
even arguing
irrelevant.
that.
That's my basis.
I'm not even
If
arguing
you
that.
have sentience, then no. And if you don't have the
Can you?
ability, like if you're brain dead, for example, you don't have an ability to get it back again, right? That's typically
Where
why we have different moral obligations when it comes to people who are brain dead.
where did you get brain dead from? No one's mentioning this stuff.
I'm allowed to bring up things that aren't mentioned. Every that's what a conversation is. You bring up things that weren't always
Yeah.
previously mentioned. That's like how conversations work.
I just don't know where you're getting that from. But is it really that hard to conceptualize of a human with disconnected thalamocortical connections? Like, can you just conceptualize that?
I'm just asking you to give me an example of how that would even occur without someone unaliving.
Yeah, I just told you, like maybe a car crash.
I
Or
understand that's what you said.
yeah.
I've asked for a woman
So
to come on up, Ray and Jules. I've asked if a woman is in the chat. I would like for you to come on up, please.
you said give me an example. I gave you the example. So now that I gave you the example of maybe a possible scenario where thalamocortical connections could be disconnected, would we be morally obligated to reconnect them if we had a reasonability to see that they could be reconnected and they could live a normal life afterwards?
Once again, I don't see how that would be a scenario that would ever exist. If someone has previous sentience and they have the ability to have future
This is
sentience, then sure. I understand you're
this
doing
is
the
really
debate bro
dishonest.
thing. I get it. You're doing the debate bro thing. I get
This
it.
is really
I get
dishonest.
it. You debate for fun. You don't really care about this. You just do
I
it for
do
fun.
care
I
about
get
this
it.
topic.
I'm sure you do.
I do. Like, I actually deeply do think that abortion is murder. It's hard not to care about murder.
Okay. I just don't.
But
Yeah. I value the life of the mother. I do over
yeah,
a fetus. So
yeah, this is super dishonest. You're just saying, I don't see how this could happen. Give me an example. I gave you one. You said it would never happen in real life, but it perfectly aligns within like the three laws of logic, right? So like you're kind of obligated under how dialectic works to actually answer this hypothetical in a direct way.
I'm obligated to.
Yeah, under like dialectics. It's within the three laws of logic. It's very easy to conceptualize of this. It's not that hard.
What's up, Alex? How are you?
Hi, Doug. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm all right. You wanna join in on this topic?
Just need a little background on what's going on because I just
We're
hopped
just
on, but
talking about
I do
AB.
understand it's
Yeah.
AB related, right?
Yeah, he's just pro-life. I was just obviously I'm pro-choice. I was just arguing that I don't think if if something is does not have the ability to deploy sentience, then I just don't see how that would be unaliving it, or murder rather.
Well, he
So-
thinks rather something can't be harmed without it having the ability for sentience, and by ability he just means the cortical brain connections.
But when does the fetus become sentient?
That's his view.
That's what?
I would say 20 to 24 weeks, but that's a question for him.
What do you mean for him?
I already
well,
agree. I already agree
I-
that's when sentience. I already agree that's when sentience occurs.
Yeah.
Okay, so how is this a discussion on AB when the majority of ABs are done before 10 weeks?
What are you talking about? It doesn't matter when the majority of abortions happen. It's a matter of the topic is basically he doesn't think anything can be harmed once it's achieved sentience. Well, I disagree.
No,
It can
before
something
before it's achieved sentience, I am saying.
Yeah, before. Sorry.
Yeah.
And I disagree on his theory of harm. So that's what we are currently discussing. I think he would say that, presumably, Doug, say if I'm wrong or not, but I would say that he would say that abortion is wrong if it is the case that the fetus, zygote, blastocyst, or embryo is harmed during an abortion.
But why are you
So which is-
including the
which is
zygote
why-
or excuse
which
me,
is-
why are you including the,
Cutting me off.
Well, because I'm asking you, why are you including a fertilized egg? Why are you including a blastocyst? Why are you including those items when all it is a single cell or a ball of cells that don't have sentience?
Why am I including? So we're pivoting back to my view.
No, because he's using a flow argument. He thinks the future of them matters. The future experience matters.
Well-
he's using a flow argument.
Then why are you okay with men wasting sperm with their potential?
Oh yeah, sure. That's really easy. Well, if you even know how like conception works, we would say that that's not you, right? So it's only wrong to deprive you of your valuable future experiences. But there's a clear ontological, distinct difference between male and female gametes and a human
I know.
diploid. Oh, cool. If you knew, then then that's the answer.
Did you
I
call
don't
them
know why you asked that
diploid, by the
question.
way? Did you call them diploid? Because they're haploid. But
No, that's a tracking error. So the male and the male and female gametes, those are haploids, right?
yes.
And then the diploid cell comes in when a zygote happens, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
so
then
that's why.
when it implants, which more than 50% of fertilized eggs don't implant,
Mhm.
why are we not
so-
up in arms about those then?
Those
If
aren't
you're
intentional.
so adamant
Those are
about
just
conception.
those aren't intentional. Also, this is a pivot back over to my view, but don't worry, I'll grant it. Don't think you're slick.
So how is someone miscarrying and needing an AB to remove any remaining tissue?
oh, I'm
Why are you
against
okay with
lethal.
taking that away?
I'm against lethal ABs. So if the fetus is already dead, the mother can do what she needs to get rid of the unalived fetus or
But
whatever
they're
it may
not
be.
allowed to now. That's where we're living in.
Oh.
We're living in a time where states will not let this happen until the mother is on death's door.
Yeah, I don't care about what is. I care about what is ought to be. I would disagree with what the law would be currently if they don't allow that.
But
Do you know what a normative
still-
discussion is?
excuse me?
Do you know what a normative discussion is?
What is it?
It's a discussion that's about not what is, but what is ought to be. So when you mention what is, that's irrelevant because we're talking about what is ought to be in my worldview or your worldview or the host.
But we know that this is happening. There are documented cases of
I would
women
be
in
against
states
it.
like Texas that are becoming septic.
This-
Once someone
yep.
becomes septic, it is a matter of time before something can happen, before they're no longer on this planet. So why are you still saying, though, that you are just against AB? Someone said in the comments, you believe that this starts at conception, which, again, doesn't make sense because it's not sentient at conception.
That I believe what
And it's
starts
not
it? Wait,
even going to implant.
that I believe what begins at conception?
That you said life begins at conception.
Oh yeah, it's a biological fact. Biological life begins at conception.
Actually, life came before that. It's part of the cell theory that all life must come from pre-existing life. So
you
it's
did not-
actually not
I-
just at conception. If you want to go back, you
So
could
do
say
you deny
that the
biology?
egg is alive for 24 hours and sperm can live for up to 7 days.
So do you deny biology?
No, I don't deny biology. I
Oh,
am trying
cool.
to tell you, though, that if you want to relate sentience to them feeling pain, to them having potential, we shouldn't start at conception. That doesn't make any sense
I
because
don't
we
value
don't even know its
sentience. This is a
potential.
tracking error. I don't value sentience. That's the host, not me.
He doesn't care about sentience. He cares about the future.
Can we get back?
He cares about
Can we
the
get back
future
to the
of it.
hypothetical now?
He cares about the arbitrary future of it.
What's arbitrary?
You just care about the future of it when it has no sentience at all for some
Oh,
reason.
so nothing's arbitrary. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can we get back to the hypothetical now that Jules
How many
has
kids do you have, Sherlock?
gone derailed?
It's arbitrary
That's
because
irrelevant.
there's no
I'm just
relevant
curious
difference
if
when
he's.
it's a zygote versus when it's before it's even implanted. There's really no relevant difference.
Sorry, repeat that. There's no relevant
There's
difference
no
between what?
relevant difference when it's a zygote versus before it's even implanted. You're just starting it at a very arbitrary point.
Wait, yeah. Wait. There's a clear. I already told you the difference between a zygote and sperm. Like I already told you the ontological difference.
I don't see a relevant difference between the two. You're just putting it at an arbitrary starting point.
Yeah.
Even though
So
there's really
the
nothing inherently different at that point.
Yeah, I just told you that the relevant difference would be that it would not be you. You or were
Who
not your
cares?
dad's
Who cares?
sperm or your mom's egg.
Why does
Yeah.
that matter?
Oh, well, because when we're talking about harm, typically we're going to be talking about why it's wrong to harm you or why it's wrong to harm others. But if there is no you, if you did not begin at sperm or if you did not begin an egg but you began at conception, then that's when we should start the conversation. Is when you begin to begin, right?
You as a
Unless you
person
wanna-
didn't begin at conception,
Yeah.
though. You weren't a person. You didn't even meet the criteria of life at conception.
That's question begging, number one. Number two, that's biologically illiterate. You meet all 7 characteristics of living things from the
Yeah,
moment of
like
conception.
being able to convert energy on your own. A fertilized egg is not able to do that, nor is an embryo, nor is a zygote. It relies on the womb and the connection and whoever's carrying it to grow a placenta, have that connect via an umbilical cord and make it all the way until birth. They are relying on the mother's body, that person's body.
All irrelevant. Do I really need to?
It's not irrelevant. It's one of the 7 characteristics of life.
Do I really do I need to do one Google search for you real quick? Does life begin at conception according to biology? For you to just concede
Are you
that
going to
life
refer to
begins?
the one study?
No,
We've all
I'd rather
seen-
refer.
all
No,
seen, we've
actually,
all
I'd
heard that
rather.
argument.
Hey Brandon,
Yeah.
thank you for
No. Actually, I'd rather. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Sorry,
Thank you
continue.
for the cake, Brandon. All right, Brandon, thanks for the 20 on Venmo. The most condescending idiot I ever heard. Sit down, child, let the adult speak. Hold if you don't hate another guest.
Kay, thank you so much. Yeah, it was a survey, and
Thank you,
I've seen
Brandon.
it 1,000 times as somebody who is a professor of biology and anatomy and physiology. To hear someone like that, first of all, laugh when actual people are being unalived because they can't seek medical care is ridiculous to me.
I don't know. I really dislike debate bros. Like, I really think that they just do it for a sport. I don't think it's something that they truly care about. I think they just do it to make themselves feel better. And they all seem to have the same voice, the same fucking tone, the same cadence.
And the same 50-cent words that they have to throw out to make themselves sound. I don't know. I don't understand the need to be up in somebody's medical business when you yourself will never be put in that situation either.
Okay.
And again, if you don't want one, don't get one. We still have some medical freedom in some states. But we live in Florida, don't we, Doug? So there's that problem.
Sure do. All right, guys. If you're in opposition, hit the guest request button at the bottom. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, listen. Obviously, of course, I value the bodily autonomy of a woman. Absolutely. However, at the same time, I do value sentience, and I just don't think
Yeah,
something
I get
that
it.
is not sentient, that doesn't even have the ability to have sentience. I just don't see how you can grant that the same moral capacity as you give that to a woman that is carrying said thing.
Exactly. And again, usually I think you said around 24. And again, there's still not even a consensus about when, like, we know 100% sentience begins. Some people say 24 weeks.
Yeah.
Some people go all the way to 30 weeks. And we also have to remember that that fetus is going to be coming in and out of sentience too. They kind of go into this state of, what's the word I'm looking for? Purgatory or something. They're just kind of chilling in this zone of not really understanding. It's not the same as a newborn. A newborn comes into the world and they're seeing and smelling and processing and learning and developing, and they're going to become, they're sentient. I don't know. It's just, it makes me so angry. Sorry to everyone if I'm stuttering, but it makes me angry.
No, you're okay. Guys, the tube, I've seen it on tube. It is absolutely minutes behind. But it's not lagging, is it? If you guys are watching on the other platform, it's not lagging. It's just behind by minutes. That's kind of odd. Anyways, no, I mean I just don't see how you can grant it the same morality the second the implant occurs, right? I just don't see how you can do that.
If it occurs.
I don't see the relevant difference between that and say sperm. Like there's no relevant difference. He just says, yeah, that is you at that point, but what is you, right? If there's no thing that we can place upon it. It's lagging here. Guys, is it lagging? I don't think it's lagging. People would tell me if it's lagging.
No, I don't think so.
And guys, we are looking for opposition. If you guess request button at the bottom. Oh gosh. GG, how you doing? GG. Going once, going twice, 3 times. So. Oh boy, that sounds like a vacuum or something.
I thought that was me.
So yeah, some people say it's not lagging. That's fine. Oops. Yeah, gosh. Oh gosh, I need to turn my notifications off of. Hold on, give me a second. I forgot that. So the way I'm streaming on both, guys, like you can see my entire screen and whatever I do, and I just got a notification. I need to turn it on sleep mode so my notifications are not seen. Let's get to the next guest.
Where's Ericant?
Oh my god, it's you. I had never seen your face before, man.
Where is Ericant?
I didn't realize you were an actual real person.
Douglas.
Would you like to have
Got
a
that MAGA
conversation?
Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Would you like to have an actual conversation? Or
where's she?
I don't keep tabs on her at all.
Well, I don't know.
Man.
What's on the agenda for tonight? Are we talking about working out and
what does it look like?
well, you talk. Is it politics or is it working out? What are you up to tonight?
What does it look like we're talking?
I think you're talking politics tonight.
Yeah. So what does it look like we're talking?
Or
about?
trying your darndest.
What does it look like we're talking about?
Hating on Donald Trump.
Would you like to have?
Did you not hear me?
Would you
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we all can hear you. Stop talking over me.
Can you hear me or no?
Is there a lag?
No, I can hear him.
Yeah, there's no lag, right?
No,
Okay,
not on my end.
then that's a him problem. All right.
It was that MAGA Wi-Fi, man. It gets you.
Yeah, that guy is very obsessed with Erica. Like, very, very.
I could tell. That's kind of creepy.
Yeah, I forget. I always forget because there's a bunch of trolls, and I always forget he's the one that always talks about her when I let him up. But whatever. I may restart soon, but we'll keep it for the time being. Yeah, again, if you disagree with the background, hit the request button at the bottom.
I think it's funny that this person hawking here keeps talking all kinds of trash and won't come up and talk. Come on, buddy.
Par for the course. What's up, Tyler?
Hey, how's it going?
It's going pretty good, man. You having a nice night?
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm pretty good.
All right.
How about
Before
you?
we move, yeah, pretty good. Before we move forward, how old are you?
36.
Cool. Sounds good. And did you vote for Trump?
Yeah, I did, actually.
Alrighty. How do you think he's doing so far?
I think he's doing pretty damn good, because obviously you're on here bitching and whining about it. Don't you got anything better to do, bro? Haven't your balls dropped enough? Or he's probably still a virgin.
What is
Your
ball?
balls haven't even dropped, bro.
Do
Look at
each
you. You
other?
can't even fucking
So
grow
are we gonna
beard.
have a conversation, or are we just gonna do this? Thank you, Tammy. Thank you so much, Tammy.
Tammy.
Holy shit, Tammy. Thank you so much. Tyler, can we have a conversation, or are you just gonna just do whatever you're doing right now? Thank you so
Yeah,
much,
let's
Tammy.
have a conversation.
Okay, so
Tyler,
let's
you
just
said you're
act,
36?
so, Tyler, let's just act like adults then, cool?
Yeah, let's act like adults while you sit on TikTok complaining about
You're
Trump
on
every day of your
TikTok right
life.
now, Tyler. Hey, Tyler, I have a question. When Biden was president and there was a bunch of Trump supporters bitching and complaining about him, did you go up on their lives and you're gone?
Oh, what a chicken.
All right, let's get to the next one. Guys, we're looking for ops, all right? Yeah, they're so odd. All right, guys.
What is with everyone coming up and leaving?
All right, guys, for this next one, don't hate me. We're not going to do a pay to kick for this one. I don't want to do a pay to kick for people like this, okay? We'll just have them up for a like to kickle again, but we have to have somebody in the box to move on, all right? What's up, John? No pay to kick, guys.
All right.
No pay to kick. All right, I know everything's your opinion. I get it. What's up? What's on your mind today?
Yeah, this is all my personal opinion. I actually dated. I was wanting to talk to you all about. I don't think we've talked about the Minnesota.
Oh gosh. Yeah, I don't think we have. All right, guys. Yeah, let's keep tapping and sharing. We'll make it a bigger one. All right, let's make it 60K to move on. Again, we have to have somebody in the request box to move on, though. So make sure you guys tap share, invite people up when we get close to that. All right, yeah. So what's your position when it comes to that?
Yeah, just my opinion, man. But I don't think the ICE agent did anything wrong.
Okay. How? Why so?
Well, from what I saw, the ICE agent actually got hit by the car. Are we
Where
agree?
on his body did he get hit?
I thought it was his left leg.
Let's say that is true for a quick second that he did, right? How does that justify him unaliving her?
Well, I think it all happened very quickly. I mean, just within a few seconds. Okay, so she was some type of agitator. She was blocking traffic. People I talked to on the left were trying to deny that.
Well, how was she? But there's a 3-minute video of like 10 or 11 cars going by her prior to the incident. So how is she blocking traffic if we saw about, I think it was 10 or 11 cars pass by her?
Dude, cars can't just park in the fucking middle of the street because they want to protest.
But I'm refuting your point. You said she was blocking traffic. How can someone block traffic if 10 cars go around her?
Okay.
And it was a one-way also. It wasn't like a, so she was in one and they went around her.
Dude, she was like in the middle of the street. I know some cars, but they were blaring their horn. She was doing it to disrupt, and she was doing it.
He was waving them through. How is that disrupting
the fuck
the flow of traffic?
Does she have to do that?
But that's irrelevant to your talking
Wave
point.
people through?
She has no right to do that.
That's irrelevant
She had
to your
no right
talking
to
point.
wave people through.
Okay, look, all right, but look, she's obviously there. I mean, to me, it was like she was protesting ICE or trying to cause trouble, or she was an agitator.
Irrelevant to her being on.
But you weren't there. You weren't there.
I saw the fucking video. I don't have to be there.
Well, where were her signs?
Lady,
where was
do
her?
I have to be present for the? Do I have to be present for the dinosaurs to know that dinosaurs existed?
We have fossil records, but
no shit.
I mean,
just like we have video.
Wow! Why are
video.
you screaming at me?
Well, you're rude.
No, I'm just asking you though. How can you know what's going on when you weren't there? And the evidence shows on the videos she was waving people through. So how is she disrupting the flow of traffic if she's letting people go?
I saw the video of the cell phone. She was being condescending to the ICE agent. Her wife.
You mean when she said, "I'm not mad"?
She was being condescending. Her wife was being condescending. Look. And she said, and the car was.
Hey, John. Hey, John. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I have a question for you.
No, not fucking you.
I know, right? It really. I know that this. I know this. I know this sucks for you, right? Hey, John. Is it a crime? Is it a crime to be condescending to somebody?
No, I'm just saying she's fucking rude.
Is it a crime to be Is it a crime to be rude or condescending to somebody? Yes or no?
No.
Cool. I'm so glad that we established that. Is it a federal crime or a felony to have your car part of the way into the street? Yes or no?
I think it's a crime to block.
No, is it a
traffic.
federal
not, though.
crime or a felony? Is it a federal crime or a felony? Yes or no?
I don't know, but I think it's
No, the answer is no. The answer is very simply
Okay,
no.
so
So
fucking
now
people
we've
can just
established. No, John,
shut the fuck up.
you shut the fuck up, John.
Shit.
So now we've
Wow.
established. So
Jesus
now, John,
Christ,
we've
dude.
established. Hey, John, calm the fuck down. So now we've established that she was not committing any crime. What's your fucking problem?
Oh, I disagree with that.
You can disagree all you want, but you literally just said you couldn't
No, I-
identify
I-
that she was
I said
committing
I
a
don't
crime.
know if it's. I said I don't know if it's a felony. Dude, people can't just sit in the fucking middle of the road.
Yes,
Cool.
they actually can. What happens when
They
your car
can?
breaks down in the middle of the road and you have to push it out of the way? You are blocking
If it's
traffic when your
something
car is
out of
broken down.
somebody's control,
Awesome.
then that's different.
Awesome. Okay, John. Well, then that's just fine. So here, let me help you out, bud. That's just fine. Is ICE allowed to come up to your car and pull you out of it as a U.S. citizen? Yes or no?
Yes, I believe so.
No.
Awesome. Then please show me the USC code that would
Oh,
tell us
fuck
that.
you and your.
John, why can't you answer? John, can you please answer his questions like directly?
There is no narrative. I just want to see the law. Show us the law. Show us the law. Show us the law, John. Show us the law.
John, do you mind just answering his question? John, can you answer his question, please? It's very simple. It's a very simple question. If you can't, just say you can't.
Yeah, I don't know. People have said they can't act as law enforcement. That's what I was trying to say.
Can you show the law then? That's all we're asking for. I think that's a very simple ask. I think that's a very simple ask.
Man,
It's not a, John. That's not a tough ask, right? Like if someone says the law is this, and
What
somebody
jurisdiction-
and somebody's asking for
telling
it,
me-
like yeah, like that's a pretty basic ask.
Would ICE
So go ahead and
agents
do so.
ever be justified in using force in other circumstances?
And if
but
you
they
can't,
do
just
a
say you
traffic
can't.
stop?
That's
What
also
do
a
they
possibility.
do? What do they do if the what do they do if the Minnesota cops won't help?
I mean, if you want, of course.
What did they do? The Minnesota.
Oh, I couldn't
law
hear you the
enforcement-
entire time. Shit.
What?
My bad. My bad. I couldn't hear you. Was he actually?
You didn't miss anything, Doug. You didn't miss anything.
Was he
He
actually
still didn't
talking?
answer the question.
That was fucking. That was amazing.
What was
You
he
didn't
saying?
miss anything.
All right.
You didn't miss anything. You didn't miss.
You guys heard
how
me
about-
at least, right? You guys heard me at least?
Yeah, we heard you.
All right,
Yeah,
all
we heard
right.
you just
Sorry if I
fine.
was
Yeah, we
over
heard
talking
you
to
just fine.
anyone.
You're saying that he was
I just
talking
realized
about-
why was no one talking?
All right, how
by
about
the
hey,
car?
John? We'll start even easier. Can you show us the federal law that says that state law enforcement has to assist ICE? Can you show us that law?
Dude, I don't.
Dude.
This is fucking stupid.
I know, right? When you don't have any sources to back up anything and the law isn't on your side, it is stupid that you're trying to defend something that doesn't actually exist.
Matt, you're telling me that there's nothing that ICE or federal agents can do if a car won't move in the middle of traffic in the
Yes.
That's
help?
not
Is that what you're
their.
telling?
That's not their
Yes.
dominion. They have nothing to do with traffic violations.
Federal law
Professor is
overrides-
absolutely
federal
correct.
law-
Here,
federal law
John.
overrides state law.
It
correct.
does
That's
not.
the
Right?
John.
But that's not what they're there for.
Federal law
Rook-
overrides state law.
That's called the supremacy clause. I think Rookai would like to say something about it. Sorry, my friend.
No. You're absolutely correct, John. In very specific areas, the one really specific area that they can't do it is policing. The states have police power over their citizens. The federal government cannot just come in and say, "Hey, you have to follow federal law now." They can't do it. That's against the 10th Amendment, anti-commandeering. My man.
Okay, if somebody in a car pulls out a pew pew on a federal agent, can they do something about that or no?
What does that have to do with what we're talking about here?
What does that have to
We're
do
that
with
has-
any of this?
yeah,
She
that has
doesn't have
nothing to do with-
you.
That's a wildly different scenario. Wildly.
So is the answer yes?
You're asking the question? Can anyone legally defend themselves against a pew pew? And the answer is yes. No, the answer that you're going for is can
Can't do a
anyone
traffic
legally
stop?
defend themselves against a pew pew? The answer is yes. If you're asking can ICE
Can't do
defend themselves at a traffic stop against a pew pew, the answer is ICE shouldn't be doing traffic stops.
Look, the lady would not comply. It's her.
I'm
fucking
sorry.
fault.
I'm still asking you the question.
She has
Can
a
you
name,
show
by the
us the
way.
law, John?
All right.
John.
John,
You
she
still
has a
haven't.
name.
John,
She has a
you
name
still.
too.
Her name is Renee, and John still has not shown us the law. John,
Her fault.
Rookai has said it. We've all said it. You have zero proof to show that they had any legal basis to stop Renee Good.
But you.
But nothing. There's no law that said they could do it.
So they just let her stay on the street and do whatever the fuck she wants.
Yeah,
Call
or
the
they
local
could call,
police.
or they could do what Rookai said and call the local police. Exactly.
Who
Very
won't
good.
fucking help them. Walt, that fucking.
Wow,
jackass
that sucks. Maybe they
fighting
shouldn't
with-
be fucking Gestapo then, huh?
People are fucking crazy. Matt, no, just go on the record on this. You don't think the ICE agent got hit
Nope.
in the car? No,
Nope.
really.
In fact, the New York Times did
different.
the New York Times did a deep dive on it today, and I recorded the video just to show everybody who doesn't have a New York Times subscription just how fucking wrong you all are.
Dude, if you watch
If you say that he had internal bleeding, you're wrong. First of all, internal
didn't say
bleeding,
that.
like a hema. Well, no, because I feel like that's where you all like to go right now. He had internal bleeding. He probably had a bruise. It's called a hematoma, and it's blood collecting under the surface. But no, he did not get hit. He didn't get hit by the wheel. He didn't get hit by the fender. He didn't get hit by the mirror. You can clearly see him back up out of the way. And if
Did he not
he
lean
should go to a
in?
hospital.
He did. He did.
Like
lean
at a
in.
45-degree
He should've
angle
gone to a
almost, I saw.
hospital.
Like he leaned in.
In fact,
Like if he was so worried about being hurt, he should have gone to a hospital, but he didn't.
Absolutely.
Didn't
And
get checked
Doug,
out by EMTs either.
absolutely. And Doug, I just sent just so you know, I just sent you that video. We don't have to watch it now. It's a little on the longer side, but I just wanted you to have it.
Okay.
But we don't. That's totally up to you. I'm not saying we need to show it because I don't think that John has the mental capacity to understand the breakdown. But that's up to you.
Here we go.
You sent it on Discord?
Yeah, I sent it on Discord too.
Okay, I haven't gotten it yet. It's probably still loading or something.
I know it's a little big. It's like
you're
4
good.
minutes, 4 and a half
You're good.
minutes long.
Debated that jackass Parker today. Look, man, you fucking people I
Us
don't know
fucking
how
people.
if you watch that video of the guy with his cell phone when it looked to me like everything got shaky, and it looks to me like the guy got hit, and it looked like to me the other angle too. I don't know. Look,
He was
I don't
holding
know.
his phone in his non-dominant hand so he could reach with his dominant hand for his pew-pew. And also, I don't know about you, but if you've ever jumped backwards with your phone in your hand, it goes up and down.
Okay, what was all that shaking?
Hey, John, does
Him
getting
moving
hit?
out of the way.
Sorry, hey, John. A quick question for you.
Fucking
Does
pedestrians.
John? Quick question for you. Does get?
Ooh, I can't hear you, Matt. Is that me? Wait.
What?
I think you cut out. At least for me.
Can you guys hear me?
I hear you now.
I can hear you.
Okay, John. Does getting hit with a vehicle in any way automatically mean that you can use deadly force as a law enforcement officer? Yes or no?
I think so. Yeah.
Well, you're absolutely wrong. In fact, the Supreme Court has ruled on it that no, that's not the case. In fact, if you put yourself in front of a vehicle, you are absolutely 100% in officer-induced jeopardy, and you are no longer allowed to use deadly force. In fact, CBP's own manual actually says that. Did you know that? Did you know that they actually say in their manual, authorized officers and agents should avoid intentionally and unreasonably placing themselves in positions where they have no alternative to using deadly force? And right before that, it says, except where otherwise required, authorized officers and agents should avoid standing directly in front of or behind a subject vehicle. Officers and agents should not place themselves in the path of a moving vehicle or use their body to block a vehicle's path. Holy shit.
Yeah, but that's policy. That's not law.
Hold on. The line, your opposition, right? Maybe we can have a good group conversation because John can't hold this conversation by himself, so he looks like he needs help.
Fucking interrupting me.
Yeah. So, line, do you want to help him out?
Yeah, I would say this, and I know police officers say this. It is policy. You're right. It's absolute policy, and that's policy for police officer and border patrol. But that's not the law. The law states though, if an officer feels in jeopardy, they can shoot. And that is, just because they put themselves in front of the car, yeah, they're liable for not following policy. Doesn't mean they broke the law.
Actually, Garner versus Tennessee, decided at the Supreme Court in 1985, says otherwise. And there have been 12 Supreme Court cases since then that have all said the same thing, which is, if you simply feel in danger as a law enforcement officer, that does not give you the legal right to use deadly force, specifically when it involves a car coming at you. That does not simply give you the right to use deadly force. There has to be an objective measure of danger, and that specifically includes not being able to move out of the way of the vehicle. Did he move out of the way of the vehicle?
Like he tried.
No, did he move out of the way of the vehicle? Was he able to walk away from the scene?
I think you need to consider
Was he able to walk away from the scene, yes or no?
That has no bearing on whether I
It
should try to run him down
absolutely
or
does,
not.
because the Supreme Court says if you
You
can
can't
walk
take the
away.
result versus the
I'm
cause
sorry.
and
I'm
say that
sorry.
that's
I'm
okay.
so sorry that this is happening to you. But the Supreme Court actually says that from a legal standpoint, if he could walk away from the scene and he could walk away from that, that literally means that he was in officer-induced jeopardy and he could move one step to the right, and there is no chance in hell that he should have used deadly force. The Supreme Court says by their
I think
own
you're
standard.
misreading that completely. You can't say
I'm
just
not.
because he
Cool.
did not get hurt
Awesome.
as a
Can
result
you
does
show
not
me
mean
a
the
Supreme
intent was
Court?
not there.
Awesome. Can you show me a Supreme Court? Otherwise, sir? I'm sorry. I only have 12. The first time I've ever heard a Supreme Court case that the result of a action.
During a stop or arrest is analyzed under the Fourth Amendment, requiring the force deployed be objectively reasonable from the perspective of a reasonable officer at the scene. The inquiry into the reasonableness of police